Hello everyone, this is Sydney here. Thank you for coming and watching us do our February budget. As you noticed, my husband and I have already talked about what we're doing with the things that go into envelopes, but I thought I would show you how we come up with our budget for a month for February. Now here is our list of bills, all of them including the ones that are debt. The first one is YMCA. It's due now. It hasn't come out of our bank account yet. It's automatically billed. That way it was cheaper. Then we have internet, which is through a local provider. We live out rurally, so we can't get Comcast or Xfinity or any of those big guys. We could get like Sky Blue or something, but they charge a lot of money, especially if you don't go, or if you go over their numbers. Our local internet provider is through radio towers, and they are slower than in town, but they give us good access, and we can download and upload as much as we need to or want to. So that's always nice. Then we have Smart Sport. This is for rehabilitation. It's also a gym. Our trash service goes into a sinking fund, and then we pay it every 3 months. That's why it says other over here. This is columns. These columns are for showing which paycheck we need to bring them out of. We're waiting on a car or our cow to sell to fund that, because we just paid our 3 months in January, so we will be getting another bill in April. So we're not too worried about making sure that that's funded. Then our ProCheck, the red lines mean that that's a debt. The ProCheck is a protected check through our bank account. We used that very heavily until we started budgeting well. Before, about June, we weren't budgeting at all. We were just going paycheck, paycheck, hoping to God that we didn't go and need overdraft protection through the bank, which, every paycheck we needed overdraft protection, so we were doing horrible. And then in June, our HELOC on our house, home equity line of credit, became so that we had to just pay it back. We could no longer draw from it. We were getting about $400 a month by drawing from it every month, and now we have just about 9 years to pay it off. So in June it'll be 9 years to completely pay off the home equity line of credit. So that's what made us get serious. If you want to, in the comments, I'd appreciate knowing what made you decide to start budgeting and caring about where your money went. This is our phone. This is for 5 lines through Cricket. It's a pretty good company. We've only ever had one problem, and that was a couple years ago. For some reason, the cell towers went down or something. It didn't affect AT&T, which they are owned by, so I don't understand that myself. But it was for one day, and they credited our account a little bit of money because of the inconvenience. Then our home, that's the home equity line of credit. We do not have a mortgage or a second mortgage or anything like that. We just have the home equity line of credit that we have to pay down and get rid of. Then we have Netflix coming out on the 23rd. Vet. Our vet takes payments, and it's a debt because we owe them about $1,600, and we want to make sure that goes down to zero and then start a sinking fund to cover any vet bills that we might have. Then we have car insurance. It says bonus because that's how we're going to pay it. Luckily, this year, first year since my husband started working there at Lowe's, that they actually offered people bonuses. They say it was because of the tax plan going through. And so he'll get a $500 bonus that will come with his next check, which is in basically 2 weeks. Then we have my card. That's a Capital One. And because of health concerns and everything, they worked with us, but they automatically pull out the payment from our bank account. So if we'd known about Dave when we set up the plan, we would never have set the plan up, because we can't stop it because it's a check through them that goes automatically through our bank. We don't get to see it at all. But it is nice. They're not charging us interest, and it is going down the $20 every month. We have around $800 to go on that. Then Social Security, like I've talked about before, I was on Social Security for kidney disease, for end-stage renal disease to be precise. And when my husband started making more, doing more overtime, they took me off of it and then went and said, your husband made too much these 4 months, and so you owe us all that money that we gave you. They overestimated how much they gave us, but they wouldn't take proof. So, you know, government. Lights we're going to pay with our first payment of March. Etsy has already been paid. And then propane we consider a debt because we owe them money. Now come over here to this column. The reason it says LEAP for the propane is we applied for low-income energy assistance program, and we were granted $479 for this season, and so they will pay us, or pay the propane company, the $200 that's outstanding, and then we'll have a little bit more that they'll help us with, and then we're responsible for the rest of the year. So far we've gotten 2 fills, one costing $600 and the other costing almost $900. This column over here, we have when I'm doing well, or when we're doing well, I can use previous month's pay to pay into my different categories. Then you have the first paycheck. These are the bills that are coming out of the first paycheck. Second paycheck, if you notice, it's only the home equity line of credit, and it'll also be the bonus now. We were gonna try to float it until the first paycheck of March, but because we found out on Friday that my husband was going to get a $500 bonus, we figured that's enough to pay for the car insurance. So next paycheck he'll be paying, or will be paying, the home and car insurance, and then the rest of the bills are coming out of this paycheck we just got. So here is my calendar, and if you notice, I color code. My husband gets paid on, or got paid on the 2nd, and he gets paid again on the 16th. Our son gets paid on the 10th, and then usually the 25th, but because it falls on a Sunday, they will pay him on the 23rd. So he will pay us rent and insurance for his car on those days. Down here we have, that's when we should be getting our tax refund. That will go to property taxes, new tires on our car. We only have one between my husband and I. And then hopefully filling up the emergency fund of $1,000 and possibly going down to Casa Bonita for our youngest daughter's birthday. So we have the YMCA, which is not a credit card. I just put the credit card sticker in the wrong spot. But it does come out of the green. All the different green things come out of green. And then the blue will in the home. And this is for my prednisone, which is part of the transplant meds. These dumpsters are when they come to empty our dumpster, and this is when the 11th is when the trash payment needs to go into savings, though like I said, it's not horribly important as long as we have the money in savings by the time we need to pay it. So here is our budget. Oh, sorry about that. We have my husband's pay, Allie's portion of her car insurance, or her car insurance payment, then Jalen's rent and insurance. Oops, I wasn't supposed to give him his name because he has an unusual name. He asked me not to say anything. I don't know why. I guess he's just that way. This is YMCA, like I said. Then we have internet, Smart Sport, Protect a Check I've already paid and it's already cleared. The phone, Netflix doesn't come out until the 23rd like the other paper showed you. My card comes out. It won't be out until the very beginning of March actually. So then we have Social Security that we're paying back. We already filed our taxes and that's the price. I know there's free tax preparation available and all that stuff, but it's just so easy to let TurboTax fill in your numbers for you. That's what we did. Then the vet comes out. We have these red ones mean that they were slated from a different paycheck and they have not come out yet. Most of the reason why the Amazon has not come out yet is because this is what we're saving up for the Amazon Prime, and I'm using it basically as a buffer right this minute. We will pay that in May. Then we have the Social Security from last month that has not come out, and my credit card from last month that has not come out. Then we transferred the money for my husband's pills, well, insulin and pills, from our sinking funds. And this is the amount that was saved, well, not exactly saved, that we did not use, that went into our different categories, like groceries, restaurants, car, medical, gaming, and miscellaneous. Now if you notice, I have already gone grocery shopping and then send off a check for my husband's, some of my husband's pills. Oh, this is for insulin. We went to Walmart and it's already cleared that same day. We went to King Soopers, it's already cleared and we went to Sam's Club, but because I used their app to pay for it, it has not cleared because they, for some reason, treat it as a credit card in their app, but in the store they treat it as a debit card, so whatever. Then we went to Natural Grocers. They are actually the cheapest place, at least in our town, to buy spices, which I find strange. But you buy them in bulk and you get a very large savings. Allison, our daughter, gave us gas money because their car broke down and she needed us to ferry her to work the last 3 days. That's why this video is late, is because yesterday I was just completely exhausted after going grocery shopping and doing a bunch of chauffeuring around. I was done. Then this is for gas. We normally put down the miles per gallon, but because the car was not filled last time, it would not have been accurate to bother, so I did not. And this over here is the total of what we have to spend in the various categories. Well, this is the total, and then at the end of each category is the category amount left. So this is basically my envelopes, but the money never leaves the checking account until I spend it, rather than getting cash out. These are sinking funds. Sinking funds are money that you save up for something, whether it's a annual property taxes or a vacation, once a year clothing buy, whatever you deem important. My husband's pills are obviously very important. The reason there's different colors is our last paycheck was so small we could not pay into it, and this one, again, we did not take any of the money from in our budget to put into sinking funds. When we sell our cow or some cars, we are hoping to put all this money in. If it gets too high, we'll just scrap it and hope for the best. Our kids here, that's we're paying Johnny back because he loaned us money, and then his commission for doing chores around the house. And this is, that's the wrong number. This is Evie's from last paycheck, and this paycheck, that should be 2 15s rather than a 15 and a 50, because that's just silly. And I thought I would also show you my sinking funds to give you an idea. See, we've bought some with Zaycon's sinking funds. Right now we have $57 in that part. Car repair, we have $23, not very much. $110 in home. Medical, because of just transferring over money for pills, we only have $35. Then in the emergency, like I said, we want to get up to $1,000 and then start on Dave Ramsey's baby step 2 of the different debts that we have to pay. So our savings account currently has almost $600 in it, and so we earn a decent amount for our economy, decent amount of interest on our account. $3.17 is more than a lot of people are seeing, so we are happy about our credit union offering that, but it's to encourage people to save their money. So that's, they only give high interest on, well, 4 point something interest on amounts up to $1,000. This is sort of like a reward for me. As we save money, I get to color in a wave, and as we pay off debt, I get to color in a petal, and then the rest of it is free. I can color in whenever I want to. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'd love to hear from you guys. And thank you again for subscribing. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Please give a like and a share. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.